My name is Monica Field. My son was diagnosed with autism last year at the age of 2.5. I saw the lack in the communication. You will call his name and he wouldn't turn or look at you. Will he learn how to walk? Will he learn how to talk? I kind of start from like the very beginning, even though I didn't have a name for it. As we're pulling up into the center, he gets excited. Like there are times where we're in the car and I'm pulling into the driveway and he starts to clap and he starts to like jump in his seat, you know, and like bounce in excitement. He rides Picket all the time, and I know that he really enjoys Pick a Spot, which is the other name that we call the horse. Smiling, laughing. He loves the trotting. Trotting is like one of his favorite things, and he's always smiling. You see all his little smiling and his laughter. His overall development has just blossomed. The minute I see him doing something that he had difficulty doing, it like charges me up, and I'm like, all right, let's move on to the next challenge. He has like these stepping stones where he just goes from point A to point B to point C, and I'm like, okay, point C is not good enough. We gotta go to D, we gotta go to E, we gotta keep it going. Despite all the hard things that we've had to go through, the journey of autism itself, the diagnosis, everything, he's the best thing that has ever happened to me. Honestly, he's made me a better person. We as parents, if we do our part, you know, our kids can do anything, just as long as we don't put limits on them. I'm really appreciative of all the staff and everyone that has played a role in really helping him. I mean, you definitely see the passion behind what everyone does here. That's a big deal for me to see that.
My name is Michael Nojunas. I was a pretty bad alcoholic, stage 4, and basically had hit my rock bottom and reached out for help. I didn't know what was going to go on. Again, they called it horse therapy. First day here, walked into the stable and went and picked a horse. For whatever reason, he and I clicked, and call it an aura, call it a sense. I don't know how to describe it, but I walked past him and knew that he was the one for me to work with, that he could teach me the most. For me, it was certainly an instrument to learn patience, to learn to not have any expectations, to just go with what's going to happen, to go with the flow. I mean, you're dealing with 1,000-pound animals, and if they want to go left, they're going to go left. And whether I want them to go right or not, they're going to go left. I had to learn how to deal with that emotionally myself. If my boss wants to go left, but I want to go right, I got to go left, and I have to be able to deal with that. To translate this therapy to my everyday life, you know what? I've got a 4-year-old son. I just want to see him grow up, and I want him to keep looking at me as a hero, as you know, as his dad, as his best friend. That's pretty much where my life is focused.
When I first got out and, you know, I knew I needed help, it was really hard for me to be honest with myself about, hey, you know, you're not leaving the house, you know, you're not sleeping, the nightmares, you know, you're a mess. My name is Tamika Meeks, and I am a part of Operation Strides. My therapist recommended Operation Strides for helping with my PTSD and talked about the benefits of equine therapy, especially for veterans with PTSD. I showed up and I was a little nervous. I had never been around horses. The instructor, Leah, told me, feel free, pick a horse, who would you like to work with? I have fallen in love with Ted. He's one of the biggest horses that they have. He is very sweet. We have a really good bond and relationship, and every time I come up, he knows it's me, knows it's time to go and do our thing. As soon as I get the brush in my hand, I'm already there. I'm already in the present, and I'm with Ted, and everything's gonna be okay. I feel a lot more confident. I feel a lot more confident and comfortable being out in the public, being around other people, situations where I would normally just avoid outright. I give them a chance. I go out there, and I'm just feeling a lot better about myself. Showing up is half the battle, and so, hey, we're here to work on getting better, and we get to do that together, and we get to do that with the horses, and that's absolutely wonderful.